Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. Now, I haven't given you guys an update in quite a while, so just want to take a few minutes today, update the channel, let you guys know kind of what's been going on recently with my riding and things like that. So, just want to give you guys a quick update on a couple of races I did recently. A couple of weeks ago, I did a race out in Syracuse called the Syracuse Race Weekend. Basically, it was a 4-day. Or I'm sorry, it was a 3-day omnium race, basically a points race. It started out with a Friday night hill climb. Now I did the Category 4 omnium field, and so that's the category I currently race in is Category 4. Trying to get my upgrade to Cat 3. I think I actually had the points to do that, and my plan is to send a request in to USA Cycling at the end of this year, so pretty much after Green Mountain Stage race in September, I will send a request to USA Cycling and hopefully get my Cat 3 upgrade, because I do want to upgrade if I can. So, but anyways, I did that Syracuse Race Weekend Omnium race a couple of weeks ago, Cat 4, and I started out with a Friday night hill climb, which I was actually able to win. I won the hill climb race, was very happy about that. That was my goal going into this race. I really felt I could be competitive in the hill climb. I was, and that went really well for me. I felt great. I was pretty much dictating pace most of the way up the hill. Had one guy riding my wheel like crazy that I was having trouble getting rid of. And, of course, I didn't want to let the pace go down too low because I didn't want, third and fourth and stuff to catch us. So I kept the pace pretty high and fortunately was able to dislodge the guy on my wheel in the last mile and was able to win the hill climb. So got a really good result there. I took third in the time trial Saturday morning. That was my first time even riding my time trial bike since that race last year, so I haven't spent any time at all on the time trial bike. Still managed to get a third place finish, which I was happy with. The guy that won the time trial in our field, just an absolute animal on a time trial bike. On the flats in general, I looked at his Strava file after the race. I follow the guy on Strava, and his average power for that 4-minute time trial was 398 watts, so humongous power the guy puts out. Just a really good rider. So he won by a substantial margin. I think he won our time trial by like a minute 40, maybe a little less. Actually, I think he was like maybe a minute 20 up on second. Was like a minute 40 up on me. But yeah, I took third in the time trial, so I got some pretty good omnium points there. And then later on that day, later on Saturday afternoon, we had the criterium. I took fifth in the criterium, which I was happy with, because criteriums really are not my thing. Especially a pan flat, high speed course like that was at the New York State Fairgrounds. I was happy getting fifth. Trust me. The guy that won the time trial won the criterium, so he actually moved ahead of me in the omnium points after that race. And then Sunday was the road race. Was a longer road race. I think it was like 64 miles. And I was able to come home. I think it was fourth. I came home fourth in the road race. And the guy that won the time trial and the crit, I'm not kidding you, he passed me with like 6 inches to go before the finish line in the road race. So he got third, I got fourth. I mean, he would have beat me anyways because he was obviously right behind me, so even if I would have finished that place ahead of him, he still would have beat me by 1 point in the Omnium overall. So I took second overall in the Omnium. I was happy with that. A really good result. I tapered the week before, which means I drastically reduced my volume, kept the intensity kind of high. So I went into Syracuse fresh, and I had a really good result. I'm happy with that. And then actually just yesterday, I did another race, the Capital Region Road Race, just south of Albany, small town called Ravenna, New York. Very hilly area, not super, not long climbs, but very steep, like, anywhere from 2 to 5 minute, like, power climbs. And I did the Category 3-4 race. That race was a Category 3-4 field. There was like 40 guys that started out. Race was very fast paced. Again, there was like, basically we did, our race was 63 miles. It was 3 laps of the course, like a 21-mile loop. And each loop there was, total there was like 4,200 feet of climbing over the 63 miles. So it was a lot of climbing. Again, nothing super sustained, which I would have liked. All these climbs were short power climbs. I was able to hang in there. I was able to hang on with the main peloton of the race. Had to really dig on those short power climbs to kind of just hang on to the field, honestly. Some super strong guys in that race. But I was able to hang in there with the main pack. We had a couple of guys break off. I think it was lap 2. A couple guys broke off. The field, for whatever reason, wasn't too interested in really chasing it down hard initially. Of course, I'm in no position to do that alone, or to lead that charge. So I was kind of at the mercy of what the pack wanted to do there. So we let these guys go. They ended up holding off. And then I came home 17th in the race. Basically, I misread the finish a lot. Based off the first 2 laps, I thought it was going to be a small ring finish, honestly, because it was an uphill finish. Like a real quick uphill, then a flatter section, then kind of a more gradual uphill to the finish. Again, in that power climb realm. I was expecting it to be a small ring finish, and it wasn't. I actually had to shift up to my big ring like halfway in the final climb. I don't think I would have had much for those guys anyways at the finish, honestly, because I was going hard, and I pretty much came in at the rear end of the main peloton there yesterday. So, but I was happy. I was happy that I was able to hang in there and not get dropped on a very difficult course with the 3-4. So I was happy with how the race went. And as far as training, I've been continuing to do the longer, a lot of time on the bike. I've been still averaging like anywhere from 18 to 22 hours a week on the bike. Still using the polarized training, philosophy. I'm doing a lot of, I would say out of the 20 hours, like at least 15, 16 hours are in that endurance, zone, in that endurance, pace, just getting a lot of mileage in. And then, of course, about 20% of my riding twice a week, I'm doing some more targeted, intervals, some shorter intervals, maximal effort type work. That's what I'm doing. I still think it's working good for me. I've, knock on wood, I've yet to be dropped in a race this year, as far as, not being able to hang in with the main pack. I have not been dropped yet this year, so I'm excited about that. I'm happy about that. I feel like my training is paying off for me. I'm working hard, and it is paying off. And I think this polarized training mentality or philosophy works well for me. And like I said, on my interval days, I'm basically doing short maximal efforts, or I'm doing the group rides or the races. Still, all I'm really doing for intervals. Not doing any kind of formalized trainer road stuff right now. I probably will get into that next fall in the off season. But so that's pretty much how things have been going for me. I've got I plan on going down like the second week of August. There's it's the Connecticut State Road Championships. It's a very hilly course. I got an invite to come down from the guy that puts the race on. I met him in a race a couple of months ago, and we've kind of been in conversation a few times since. I actually saw him at the race yesterday. Good guy. So he's organizing a race in Connecticut. I'm not really sure the name of it, but anyways, my race would be 44 miles, like over 4,000 feet of climbing. So that's a lot of climbing for such a short race. Apparently there's some kind of like 2-mile climb in it that you do twice. I think that would be up my alley. So I'm going to probably go down for that race. And then pretty much my only other race for the rest of the year is Green Mountain Stage Race, which of course is like my number 1A race of the year. Like, it's my favorite race. That's in the first week, actually the last few days. That's basically it's Labor Day weekend out there in Vermont. Just a really, really fun race. 4-day stage race, time trial. Friday afternoon time trial. Saturday circuit race. Sunday road race, very tough road race, like 6,500 feet of climbing road race. And then the Monday, Labor Day, downtown Criterium in Burlington. So that's on the horizon for me. Of course, I'll be tailoring my training in the next month to try to hit Green Mountain in good form and to be good and rested for that race, because that's a very difficult 4 days. So that's what's been going on with me, guys. Sorry I haven't been bringing you guys more regular videos, but at work this time of year, summer is just really busy for me at work, and then factoring in trying to ride 20 hours a week and just doing everything else that I've got going on. It's difficult to make the videos, but I didn't want to give you guys an update here to the channel, let you know that I still plan on keeping the channel going. Just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me in my races. Sorry I haven't had the GoPro on the last couple of races. Been just kind of more or less focusing on trying to get good results. And so that's what's been going on with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, guys, as I always say in every video, I really appreciate all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys right back here in my next video.